our podcast.
Right. So officially, sisters, in the making of this YouTube / wherever it ends up.
Come
I'm
up.
excited for it. Yeah, right. I'm excited for it. All right. So in this channel, we're gonna be discussing a little bit about everything, whether it be everyday life, relationships, politics. What else?
We're trying to get into like diverse conversations. Like we want to, and this channel's not going to be anything biased. It's just real, raw content, how we feel, our opinions. Other opinions are welcome. We're open to it. It's just a channel where people can come to be like comfortable, kind of like a little like tea time, men, women, whatever. Just come, we hang out, we talk about real life things happening. Your opinions on certain topics, whatever topic it may be, like the price of milk and eggs right now through the roof. We could talk about that. You know what I mean? But that's the point of this channel. And it's going to be fun because, you and I have a lot in common, but we have a lot of differences in opinion. So I think that's really good.
Absolutely. With all this, I just hope that everybody is aware that everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So if we can just continue to be respectful of everyone and anyone that likes, comments, shares, whatever feedback they have, we're all adults here, so let's just be respectful of that. Let's be ready for a conversation too. So, all right.
Right.
So,
like you can come in and voice what you want to say. And hey, you want to swear, let loose. We'll take the leash off. You go ahead. But just be mindful of other people's feelings and
challenge your perspective, and just enjoy this journey that we call life as much as you can. Let's embrace the beauty of our imperfections and let's get ready to start our conversations. So is there anything you wanted to start off tonight's conversations with?
I want to start today, and this isn't for any actual specific reason. It's just a topic I kind of want to dive in on because I don't think it gets brought up enough, or it has a lot of biased opinions on it. What would be your take on child support and co-parenting, and how do you think it should go? How do you think it's been going with this generation?
It's terrible. I believe a lot of it starts before a child is even born. I feel like people are too quick to rush into a relationship, let alone before a relationship has really resonated and really give people the time to really learn about each other. People are pregnant in less than a year of actually knowing somebody. So I think that becomes a bigger issue within itself. And I don't want to change the topic of what your original question was too much, but I think it's a bigger problem for us to understand the actual cause of a lot of this first and how it connects. Because if people are too quick to end up pregnant and having children and their decision on that altogether, but you're not giving yourself enough time for you to learn about them and for them to learn about you. It's beyond what the person can do for me or what do I get with being with this person. I think it's a lot more materialistic based and there's no substance to a lot of the relationships that I have been able to witness myself. Now going into the whole child support section of that's a tough one because I myself, as you know, I do not have my son's dad on child support. I feel like that is a weapon that is used against a lot of fathers. I'm not saying there's not any chances where it shouldn't be used, but what I'm saying is, have you known a lot about, have you done your research and you really took the time to get to know the father of your children? A lot of this is repeated behavior. So if you've seen that your guy or your baby daddy is not working and he's not contributing to his own bills, what makes you think that having a child with him, he would change later on in life? If he cannot hold a job to begin with, how do you expect him to be able to adapt? And yes, men do change. There's a possibility of that changing. But if he's not at that age, whether he's 18 or 24 or 36 years old, to maintain a job, how would he maintain a household?
Absolutely.
I don't think it's fair for women to automatically, I'm going to threaten you with child support, but you decided and you knew, you've seen all these red flags that this was what you were putting yourself against. That's just my opinion on it. The dad is completely involved. I don't think either way on that aspect too, because I've seen and I've had the privilege to see in that where fathers are really, really, really invested into the lives of their children, even though the children may live with mom. But now it's like the mom's asking like, oh, I need this, I need that, I need that. It's not even going towards the kids. You know what I mean? Like you are basically still affording that woman's lifestyle that she would not be able to maintain. Is there a way that we'd be able to fully audit child support?
But there's something that you said that I really want to piggyback off of because it was right and it was real. We were talking about how it's just so common nowadays to just throw a man on child support. I think that a lot of, and not just this generation because it's just been a thing forever, right? But I think that they do it because it's such a common mindset, right? That 10 out of 10, the judge is going to side with the woman. Why? Right. Most of the time, I don't know. It's because it could be something she says that's not even true, that boom. And it doesn't help now that in this generation, if you, let's say, you know, the guy is not your child's father, right? But you still take them to court. You know, they ask for DNA tests. Now it's a law that, and I don't know if this is every state, but now there's a law that if you don't even appear for the DNA test, you're already dead. You're going to be put as the father by court. That's not fair. I don't think that should be in place. I think that, you know, maybe warnings could be sent out, or you could give them more time, or let them know just how serious it is to come on in and get the DNA test done. Or now you're the father of a kid that you're really not the father of because you didn't want to appear, or egos were too high. You know what I mean? And I think It's sad that I do, like, I don't have such a problem. I'm not against child support, but really if it's needed, like everybody has different situations, but you know, let's just say you have a guy that you have a baby by him. You're pregnant. He walks away while you're 4 months pregnant. Now he just doesn't want anything to do with you. And you've tried and now that's a reason to go ahead and do it. Even if he's paying the child support, I think that this should, I'm totally for child support, but when needed, because it's just easy to take a man down nowadays.
So what would you consider is as needed? And in the situation where if the female is pregnant and the guy walks away at 4 months, we would probably have to dig and look into that a little bit more. Were they in a deep relationship, or was it just like, hey, let's just have fun for the night? Was there talks about a child, you know, in the relationship? Was it never something talked about? Was it talked about, but like, yeah, we're in a relationship and I don't want a child right now, but maybe 2 years from now, I would want a child. Women's like, nope, I want a kid right now. And when you say, what would determine, you know, when it's needed and whose favor?
I think what determines when it's needed, it's definitely, it starts with the woman in the woman's favor, whether she's right or wrong, only because remember, she carries the baby 9 months. But I feel like it's needed when, because this is so complex to answer, because if you think about it, you got to dive deeper. All right, it's easy to say, oh, well, the guy has to pay if he walked away. Why did he walk away? How long were they together? So this is where I'll put like a fake scenario. Okay, actually, no, this is a real scenario. And you would know, this is a real scenario. She gets pregnant. They meet off of a dating website, right? She gets pregnant. Boom, now she's 4 months pregnant. He decides, oh yeah, this is too much. I got to walk away. He never stated he didn't want that child. He never, and as a matter of fact, on their 3 or 4 or 5 maybe dates that they saw each other, don't know each other's last name.
Right. He
insinuated, I know pillow talk is a real thing. I know it's a real thing, and problems happen and accidents happen through pillow talk. Right. So let's say he pillow talked his way through. She's pregnant. She kept it because she thinks it's unfair to get rid of a baby, right? That's a whole nother topic. Some women feel like, oh, well, I'll get rid of it. But in this case, all right, she keeps it. Now she's trying for months to reach out, but it's never anything. It's only sexual. It's only sexual advances. It's never anything about their current situation that they have to face soon. Right. So she waits, baby's born. She gives them like 2 more years to try to do something, pop up, be a good dad. No. Now she goes and gets DNA. I think, back to talking about the courts, I think that's where it's absolutely, without a doubt, probable cause to put child support on him. Why? She tried. You didn't come for DNA. You didn't show up while she was pregnant. All of this. And you were okay with it, knowing the consequences when she warned you, hey, look, I don't want to take this route, but this is where it's going to have to go if you don't shape up. I think that's when a man, it it takes too many times, I think, for you to warn him, hey, look, this is what's going to happen. And he's
Right.
still not complying. Like, there's no child support. There's not, that's when you take him to court, because it's like, okay, now I've worked with you. How many warnings do I give you? How much do you get to walk on me? You know what I mean? And you're out here having more babies, but this one you want nothing to do with. It's not a case of I want to keep you around for the next 18 years. It's a case of I have to show you, you had a, you know, you made a bed, you have to lay in it. It's your responsibility. So I think reasons like that, yeah. But I would say, like, what's your take on how baby mamas have a thing of, oh, he has a new girlfriend, so let me go after him in court? What's like, do you see that?
It's gonna sound so messed up for me to say, but again, I think a lot of it is bad energy that they're carrying on. I feel like they already make the man's life a living hell a lot of the times, and I've seen this. I don't want to give too much information, but you know, we see this, right? We've seen this in our everyday life where we will see a female, she already has a rough relationship with baby daddy, but the minute baby daddy moves on and maybe the baby daddy's new girlfriend has kids, or now they've had their own family, now they actually have kids together. Now things get even worse in a sense of now baby mama, who's no longer in the picture, wants to make this guy's living, like his life more of a living hell. I don't respect that. I feel like instead of living with that energy and trying to make the life more difficult for the guy, but ultimately it impacts the kid, because all that bad energy is being fed into the mouth and the ears of the child. So if you're constantly like, your daddy ain't shit, or he loves, you don't know what she's brainwashing that child to think. Because if she's making his life a living hell, she's gonna make sure that her child feels that energy and ultimately tries to brainwash, manipulate that kid into siding with what the mom is thinking. That's what my kid has to think too. Basically turn the kid against the dad. You know what I mean? But on the flip side, if there is a I forgot what they call the guy, you know, basically a deadbeat, again, you decided to have a child with that guy. So it's tough. It's tough because the woman's going to have to come to that realization that either A, you can have that baby daddy that will purposely put himself on some type of medical disability stuff to try to get away from paying child support. Or you have others that just be like, I don't give a damn. I don't have shit going on. I don't have a license. I don't work. I don't care about not traveling or my license getting taken away, because if they ain't got shit to lose, they really don't care. You know what I mean? What you can try to hold over their head. So I think ultimately the guy chooses who he wants to have a kid with, right? For whatever reason. But I also think it's the woman that needs to make that a better decision on who she decides to sleep with and also have unprotected sex with, and also who she decides to have a child. Now, if they have that agreement ahead of time, like, yo, here's the paperwork, but we're signing this, I'll do it, but this is all on you, because it seems like that's what women are actually waiting a lot later in life to actually have children. And now they're up to the point where I forgot what they call it, like butterfly or some type of relationship where they actually have a guy, the guy may be gay, but basically she just wants to have a kid with anybody, so, or her best friend. And she'll just decide to have a kid with him, and there's no ties. You don't even have to call him daddy. You don't have to do anything, but I want this child so bad. So when the woman is 42, 46 years old and she's raising a kid by herself, her life, her career life may be good, but you're still single and you're still raising a child by yourself. Again, if that's what their decision is, I'm not hating. Hey, if more power to them, whatever decision they decide to do with it. But
Yep.
no, that's
And I also think I also think too, what you talked about isn't talked about enough. Like the part of, okay, if he skips a payment, now 3 payments go by, he loses a license, then he loses his job,
Right.
then he goes to jail. It's kind of like hit after hit, where I'm not saying, okay, the mom is always wrong, but I'm also saying like she doesn't lose as much. He
Right.
loses everything.
Absolutely.
Everything.
If you
And
really
so
think about it, if you really think about it, the system, the government is all set up in in favor of the woman.
right.
So when women say, "Oh, you know, he gets away with this," or he'll, the government is set up to cater to women. Because think about it, you can get on food stamps a lot quicker than a man can. If the woman is, say again, the dad is the absent parent, the woman can get the food stamps. They're ready to give her Section 8, Medicaid, the whole 9 yards. But when the dad goes into the welfare office or tries to apply for all these benefits, for one, they already look at him sideways like, you can't provide for your kid. What shame do you have? Like, they actually put that shame, they project that shame in almost like a disregard, like, what the, why is he here with it? Even though he may be the parent and the mom is the absent parent, right? But they don't want to give all those benefits to the dad. We also have the paid maternity leave for a lot of women with in the job market, right? How many jobs actually do offer paternity leave for the dad to be able to take time away just as much as the mom needs to take time away?
Never.
I mean? So homeless shelters, how often do you see homeless shelters set up for the dad and the child?
Right. Like the DV, DV shelters for like battered women. I'm all for it, but you don't see any for battered men. They don't think that men get abused. They don't think that men go through it, right? They see it, but it's kind of like, okay, the girl. Because us women, we're emotional creatures, but I don't think that should give women more leverage. Hell no. Respectfully, hell no. I think that we're all cut from the same damn cloth. We're all very much equal. We all, we laid together the same way to make that child. So like, why is it that, the guys get handled much more rough than the women? Could it be that it's a man and a woman's looked at as more gentle? So how does that make the law fair?
And it absolutely, the law will never be fair, in my opinion, on that. It's not set to be fair. It's set up to enable women, and I think that is part of the cause on the feminism. Make women so much more aggressive and so much more of the, hey, I can do this all by myself. But in all reality, when the kids are in fear or if they need something, you're going to call the dad. You're going to expect the dad to be there. The minute I call and be like, yo, this is what's going on, check your kid. Either your kid's acting up or somebody's fucking with my kid. You know what I mean? You're going to expect the dad to be there. You know what I mean? So it's
like they give the women more control. Instead of there being equality, there's just more control, and it's not fair, right? And I'm not either, like, I'm not edging towards one side. I'm not edging, like, what I mean? They might think, oh, well, because she's a woman, she's more to. No, I like to see what's fair. Do I still believe child support should be a thing? Yes. But do I think it should be implemented more on women as well? Like the same kind of rules?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
And it's not
fair.
Because all it takes is all it takes is for the dad, again, to show up with proof saying, yep, I am the better parent. I am more financially stable. The house is a lot more stable, or whatever documentation or proof that he's going to tell the judge. And all it takes is the mom to just literally cry and be like, no, Your Honor, I don't have it because of this, and I don't have it because of that. And she's ready to blame all these problems on everybody else, but lacks the accountability on what she did to mess up, or why she cannot provide, or she can't contribute to the bills for the child. You know what I mean? So again, another way on how the system definitely benefits women.
The system's failing kids. That's what it's doing. If you think about it, the system's just failing all these kids because they're doing more of pulling kids away from their fathers and pulling fathers out of the home than they are trying to like put laws into effect of, okay, how can we get this dad to, even if they're not together, right? But do things more healthy where a man doesn't have to wake up kind of scared if he loses his job next week because he's going to get in trouble with the court. He doesn't have money now. Sure, they could drop the amount for the mom to $50 a week, but you have to do something fast as a man, because if you don't, now it's your license. After that, it's jail. And it's like, damn, they get no breathing room.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it is kind of sad.
Absolutely. I don't, like I said, I wish that would change, but I don't think it's going to change any more than what it has. I don't know.
If there were like a movement put into place, and it's sad, like for movements and laws to be changed, it's so sad that you have to go and burn down businesses and trash a couple cars, and it's sad, but that's what the world came to. Like you saw the whole George Floyd movement, just for people to get the law to change, and it's sad. Everything has to go to violence. Everything has to get negative when we should just be heard as people. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. I think that there should be a lot more forums, like for women and men and just everybody all together to get together and like, all right, I don't know if this would make sense. I wish there were a forum, right? That like the whole world knows about. It doesn't have to be a specific place, but it could be somewhere even online where everyone forms an opinion. And then maybe the White House or people really in control could look at this and say, all right, look at the polls on it. You know, people are voting. Like, why is it that we could vote for who the next senator or the mayor or the president's going to be, but we can't vote on laws being changed? Why? It has to go to riots?
We can, but I think it goes back to a lot. It's too much to focus on just one issue within that problem within itself. We, society altogether, we are in a lot more control, in my opinion, than what we share, but we don't use that to our advantage because we continue to basically bow down on what the next person is saying. We have too many people that are following the next person and not enough leaders. I also feel that that would never be a united or a fairness thing, because again, the government feeds off of all this. The government is the one, the money, and they get all this. So if they feel like, hey, the problem that we see in the community benefits them, why would they change it? If there's a way that they can collect money off of a broken family, why wouldn't they do that? Why would they fix it? Yeah. And
because that's what you're saying. A lot of us are people pleasers.
But we have a lot of common views about child support and the system and how corrupt it is, but we're just two people, right? But if you were to put 10 females in a room, how many of those females do you think would be in the same viewpoints that we are in?
Right.
Not many.
Right.
You're gonna have a lot more, and it's gonna be sad to say this, but you're gonna have
the ratio would be terrible.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot more women that would be like, oh, you're not a female, you're not a woman's girl or a girly girl.
You're not a girl's girl, but that's the thing. I'm not, what's it called, like a feminist? No, I'm not. No, I'm just the peopleist, if that's a word, right? Like, I hate that, and I think that I hate that when you. And it's not like, because some women will say, oh, that's a pick-me, or she's, no. We're just seeing what you guys fail to tell the truth about. It's not, we're not a girl's girl. We just see things differently, and we want equality. We want men to feel equal. We want men to walk as free as we do. Because, man, I feel like that's such a great topic, even outside of child support. Just men and women's rights are so different. Like, if a man is seen stomping a dog, he's going to jail. There's no reason. Like, they don't want to hear it. You stomp the dog. It's on video. Where I feel like, and I could be wrong, right? I feel like if a girl was seen kicking that dog, she's going to be heard, or they're going to let her tell her part before they go ahead and make it. You know what I mean? Whereas the man, it's like a quick nope, nope. You know, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like
there's so many
they're penalized
examples
differently.
to that too, because if a female were to go ahead and take off her shirt after a couple drinks, say she went to a bar, local bar downtown, and she decided to take off her shirt, unless there's a cop right there, no one's gonna call the cops on that female that's walking down the street with her.
And sometimes there is.
But what is gonna be the repercussion to that, compared to if a man, same situation, decided, yo, I gotta take a piss, and just decided to take it out for 10 seconds to handle his business. How many more people are more likely to go ahead and call the cops on him compared to her? And are they gonna get the same treatment by the police officer?
Definitely not. Definitely not. That's such a great example because it's true. Like, you can, not saying a woman can do it, but sometimes 8 out of 10, she can run right by a police truck with her bra off. And what they're going to do is probably tap each other. Hey, you see that? Instead of getting out of the truck and going to handle that. I feel like depending on the setting, like if it were at a family-friendly beach, I think they'd stop it right then and there. But I do feel like, let's just say like they're parked in an alley and they happen to see this woman just running down the street without her shirt on. I don't feel like she's going to be penalized. Or if she is, it won't be the way that that man's penalized. And mind you, I feel like they'll let that happen quicker than they would let a man run down the street in some boxers. I feel like they would even look at that like, whoa, what is he doing? He must be on drugs.
Right.
It's just down to the point that men really do get penalized differently, way harsher.
What is your opinion on it? Because it does relate to this topic as well. If the cops are called to a house and the house is shared, matter of fact, we'll say it's under the man's name, whether they're married or not, right? The apartment, the house is under the man's name, and the man is the one that called the cops. And he says, my wife just hit. I need her to get out of this apartment. I need the police here. When the police get there, the female tells the story, well, he yelled at me, or he got in my face, and I did slap him, but this is why. What do you think the precaution would be? Would they listen more to the guy saying she put my hands on me? Or will they just tell the guy, hey, calm down for the night?
That's really good because I've seen so many different instances, but I'll talk from what I've seen, like, on police body cam or in public.
Right.
It's usually, and it doesn't even matter if it's the guy's house because they don't even treat the man with respect if you really think about it. Now, he doesn't even have to talk. All she has to do is get in her room and slap herself a couple of times and come out and say, look, he hit me. You're done. You're going to jail based off what she said.
Right.
Now, if the girl hits the guy, that's a whole nother topic. I feel like they still don't believe them sometimes, or they take a second to really hear you out, or they jump to the, well, what did you do for her to hit you?
Right.
I still feel like it's there, like, it's so biased. Like, I feel like police, and no offense to any police, being that our brother's a police officer, police in general are very biased towards, like, this. They have this thing with protecting the women without really hearing the men. I guess it's not so common to believe a woman really can abuse a man, and it can happen where he's afraid to leave the relationship. People don't think that's a real thing, but it is. There's emotional ties. It could be he pays the half the rent, or he wants to be around his children so he can take care of you.
That's exactly what it is. Men are definitely more likely to stick around just because the kids are involved, whether it's his biological kids or not.
Yeah.
Where a female would be like, screw this, I'm out. And she'll leave very quick. When she's ready to leave, she's ready to leave. But the guy statistically will actually stick around for many, 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 many years and just deal with the abuse that comes from it.
And I feel like the courts are a lot more lenient. Courts and the general public are a lot more lenient on the deadbeat moms who run away and leave the kids with the dad. You get it? I feel like if it's a girl with the kids and the dad ran away, there's so much more to talk about. There's so much more dragging and, oh my God, like he did. that's typical, but we're not really talking about the women that run away.
Right.
They don't get penalized enough. They don't. It's either, oh, you know, we'll excuse it. She was going through something mentally, or she was homeless, or they always have a reason to go way softer on the women.
Right.
It's crazy. It really is. It really is. Because most of the time, too, I've seen when cops get called to the house with a male and a female, it could be his house, and she trashed everything and she broke everything.
Right.
But the man's still going to jail because he slapped her. Why? Because it took him, right? And I'm not saying that's another thing that men have the right to hit back. What I am saying is, she's been punching you around for the last 30 minutes and you don't want to leave because this is your spot and you're going to stand firm. You shouldn't have to deal with that either.
Right.
A quick little shove, a quick little, hey, I'm going to restrain you and you need to calm down for a second. Totally okay. But
Right.
that's not what they call it nowadays. If you restrain a woman, you're strangling her. See what I'm saying? A play on the words. I think that it would be nice to see men get more justice with women, and yeah, you get it.
Absolutely. So we'll go ahead and close it out. It was a great conversation. I love the feedback. I love the conversation. I think this was definitely a great way to start the conversation and just see what other people have to say on it. I'm here for all of it. But we'll go ahead and close it out. Do you have anything that you wanted to go ahead and say with your little last words before we end this one?
You know, I have something to say all the time. Say it with your chest. Thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate you guys. We know like it's going to start off slow, but we appreciate all of the views. We'll take it. Any type of views, it helps our channel grow. We really appreciate you guys. Be tuned in. We're going to be coming out a lot more content. We're just starting real slow. Just like, share, comment, subscribe. And we will put both of our YouTubes in the bio so you guys get to follow both of us and hang with us.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.